Hey everybody, it's Joe from NCP Mon Outdoors. I just want to kind of give you a rundown of my boat that I have. So this is my 16-foot center console Mako. It's the Pro 16 Skiff. I don't believe that Mako makes the 16 anymore. They make a 15 and they make a 17. So this is an older model. I think I bought it back in 2012. But I figured I just, this is one thing when I go fishing. This is my boat that I take, so I'm just going to kind of run down the equipment that I have, or equipment that I'm currently using on this boat. So first, I do have the Mako Riptide saltwater trolling motor. This is the 70-pound thrust model. I didn't get the 120-pound thrust. I think there was 120 at that time, but the 70 I thought would have been fine for what I was doing. This is a flat bottom boat. This is designed for going in the intercoastal and a few of the bays. It's really, in my mind, it's not meant for going certainly offshore or anything like that, unless it's like absolutely super calm. But I don't think I'd feel comfortable doing that. So this is something I got to take down to the beach here in North Carolina and do some fishing down there. I haven't actually had an opportunity to do that yet, so I've mostly been taking it for fresh water. But I figured I'd just kind of run through and kind of show you what I have. So with the Mako Riptide, performs well for me. I did actually get this piece of equipment right here. So this allows my transducer for my front Lowrance FIshfinder to be able to connect to this model. Simply because of the way this motor is designed, the pole slides through here, so it's difficult to kind of get it up through this and kind of do it that way. So I got this external piece that goes on here, and this was from cornfieldcrappiegear.com. So I don't know if they're still around, but that's who made this piece and this piece down here, right? So then the wire can just set through there and allows me to connect to my depth finder or fish finder here. And of course, what do I have? I have the Lowrance. I have an Elite 7 HDI. That's my upfront model on my ram mount that I had installed on the front of the boat here. I've got my seats. I've got the swivel chairs with the back. I just like it. It feels a little more comfortable. Underneath, I do have the Mako charger in the back here behind my Die-Hard battery, and I have a Bass Pro battery. So one powers the fish finder and one powers the trolling motor, and then I have the plug here so that I can just unplug it when I get home and plug it right into the wall outlet and let these both battery charge. So behind there is the Mako dual battery charger, so I have that, or battery tender, to maintain it. And then this is the foot pedal for the Riptide motor, so I did get that option to when I bought it. I bought that extra as an accessory. So because the Mako here itself does come with the handheld control, if you wanted to use that. It has autopilot, iPilot, it has all that stuff with it. But a lot of times when I'm fishing, I like to keep both one hand casting, one hand cranking, both hands on the rod and reel. So I did get the foot pedal, which I was used to in one of my other bass boats that I used to own. The front here, of course, in this Field and Stream bag, I have all of my soft plastics all set up in this bag right here. I'll show you that. So I've got my large worms, finesse worms, like I've got my lizards. I've got magnum size lizards and regular size lizard baits, all different kinds, Berkeley power baits. I got Zoom and all kinds of stuff in there. So I've got swim baits in there, brush hogs and those kinds of things, creature baits. So they're all that's where I keep all my soft plastics. In the front here, in this front seat under here, is the cooler. So there is a live well rather in the front here underneath the seat. It just kind of sits back in there, and that closes. On the front, I just added, of course, some stickers that I've gotten along the way there for Cabela's, Bass Pro, Huck, Bassmaster, so I got all those. Alright, so going on across the center console here, on this side you have 4 rod holders. So I've got my bait casters and some spinning rods here. So I really like Lew's reels. I bought one years ago and I just absolutely loved it. And then as my other bait casters either get worn out or just I want to replace them, I've replacing them with Lew's, different Lew's bait casters. Absolutely love them. Mitchell reels. I've had Mitchell reels obviously when I was a kid, when my dad was a kid, so I actually love these Mitchell 300 Pro spin reels. I have 2 of them here. I use them for more of a finesse kind of setup, finesse jigging and stuff. So going across into the console, there is a little compartment under there. I have my fire extinguisher, I have my throw cushion, and I have a collapsible telescopic paddle if I need it. There's not a lot of buttons or options on the center console here. Power, the lights, the aerator, the horn, and the bilge. You know, nothing fancy. And then there is a cigarette lighter kind of thing out there if I needed it. So let me jump up in here and I'll kind of show you the front view. Alright, so looking at the center console here, as I mentioned, is really just the RPM gauge, and then there's just a few buttons here, as I mentioned, the horn, the aerator, the bilge, the cigarette lighter option. I do have my floating emergency radio just in case from Cobra, and then this is my larger fish finder. This is my Lowrance Elite 9 Ti. These are, again, models are a couple years old, but they still work, and for my purpose they work just fine, so that's what I have here. Gear shifts on the side, the kill switch. I have another rod holder on this side with another one of my bait casters there. That's my Quantum Escalade. And I have some tools. I have a couple of pairs of pliers, whistles, and some screwdriver kind of multi-tool flashlight kind of thing down here, just so I have it when I need it.
All right, everybody, just a quick word from some of the supporters of the channel. First Slammer Series turkey calls. They're made by a hunter for hunters. If you're looking for a new turkey call, visit www.slammerseries.com. Also, Aqua Leisure Services, LLC, serving the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and surrounding areas, meeting all your pool and spa needs. Science Scientists, providing a broad range of services, including wall, murals, vehicle wraps, design, print, and marketing services. Regardless of your business requirements, their experts are up to the task. Visit www.sciencescientist.com or call 919-685-7641. Also, Tactical Creations. We're a small personalized business that's here to help you personalize items to make the gift that you give that much more special. Visit www.tacticalcreation.com or call 770-548-2691. If you're interested in purchasing any NC Piedmont Outdoors apparel or Slammer Series apparel, visit our Teespring site. The link is in the description box.
I also, on my center console, I do have my, this is my power pole remote control, so this gives me up-down abilities to put down that power pole if I need to. I also have the, if I can get it out of this here. So I also have this controller for the power pole, which I mount right here on some Velcro. So besides the one around my neck, I always have this button right here to go up and down with the power pole, so that's pretty cool to have. And then I just pull it off when I'm done, stick it in the container there. Going around behind me, I'll show you. Just a couple more rods here I have on the side. So there's only 5 rod holders, but I've got 7 rods, so I have to put some extras off to the side here. So I just kind of lay them on the side of the boat. This here is another cooler. This is the seat behind the center console, and in here I just keep all of my plastic trays with all my hooks and lures and extra gear. I definitely have some dipping scent kind of things for lures. And I have my life jacket that I wear, and then I have my measuring, my ruler for measuring fish and stuff. But I just use this for holding onto all my tackle and everything in there, and then obviously it just closes these rubber handles, as you see right there, and just kind of close it down. Yep, there we go. Okay. In the back, I do have rope tied around each of those cleats, and then I did install one rod holder there and one rod holder there if I wanted to ever do some trolling. That's what I would do with that. So I did install those, and I can just hook them to the cleat to make sure the rod doesn't go flying out of the boat. Alright, so here's the base plate for the rear seat. I just don't bring it with me when I'm by myself. And then I have, here's one of your rear light posts here. It just pops open, and that's where you put your lights. And the lights are, up front, I believe, for the boat. So it does obviously come with running lights when you need to. It has a 6-gallon plastic gas tank right here. It fits underneath the back here. I also added, down here real quick, there's a power switch. So that power pole does have kind of like a vampire power thing on it, right? So this way, if when I turn off that switch, it shuts off the battery and shuts off that little drain on the power pole, so it doesn't drain my battery when it's not in use. So that's on now, obviously, because I was using it, but when I take it home, I turn that off, and then it saves me having to charge the starting battery all the time, so because that's what that's hooked up to. And then on this side, I do have another rod holder there that I put in for trolling, which again can tie to the cleat. So let me jump out of here and let me show you just the back of the boat and the motor. All right, so on this particular model, in this Pro 16 Skiff, this does come with a 40 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke motor. Knock on wood, I haven't had any problems with it. It's running really great. The only thing I did have to replace is the hub in the propeller. Seemed to be slipping a little bit, so I replaced it and seemed to be working fine. And then this one, when I bought it, did come with the Vengeance stainless steel prop, so that was a kind of nice upgrade to have. No, I'll never have a problem using that. And then, of course, as I mentioned, my power pole, my shallow water anchor. So in order to get this connected, I believe Mako wouldn't let Bass Pro drill into the hull of these boats anymore. So I had to go to, I think it was TH Marine made this adapter that I could buy, and then that would allow them to put on the shallow water anchor. And this particular model right here, this allows this bracket right here. It's got two clips here underneath. I'm not sure if you can see them, but this whole assembly allows the power pole to fold down, so I can get it into my garage. So right now, if you look at it, right, it's pretty high. It's higher than my garage, and it would hit the roof. So now this, with this pivot right here, allows this whole thing to fold down, and then I can slip it right in the garage. Let me go kind of put the camera down so you can see, and I'll show you that. All right, so there's just two pins on the bottom here, and then you just kind of slide them together, and then when you slide it, you can hear it, and then it unlocks, and then it lays it right down. So you can see it just lays right down like that, and just kind of lays on that wiring right there. So now, if you look at it right now, I've got my power pole absolutely 100% laying down flat across the boat. It's easier to get into and out of the garage. So it's absolutely just perfect the way that is. So, all right, and then when I'm ready to go, when I'm towing and ready to go to the water, I just lean it up, and then I pull on those little locking pins at the bottom here. They're pretty tight, and boom, locks right in, and then it's ready to tow again. So that's kind of show you what that is right there. And then there's just these pins right here. You see they lock in, so absolutely perfect. So that's great. And then I've got my low range transducer in the back of the boat that runs to the FIshfinder on the center console. So, all right, well now that's the Mako. That's the Mako Pro 16 Skiff that I'm using on my fishing adventures here for NCP Mon Outdoors. So I hope to get out a lot more this year, and hope to actually get some footage of me actually catching some fish. Haven't been very lucky so far, but just wanted to give you kind of a quick kind of overview of my boat and kind of what I use when I do go out fishing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please, if you like it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. If you have any comments, if you have a Mako, hey, drop stuff down there. I'll respond to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and we'll have another video for you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for watching NCP Mon Outdoors, camping, fishing, and hunting adventures.